Folks, today I'm going to be talking to you a very, very important topic. This is in response to one of the viewers' question. What happens during death? I'm sure that you heard a lot of near-death experience, but near-death experience is not same as actually death experience. They were at the gate of death, but they came back. That's not same as going through the gate and experiencing the death. And some of the people will read what their religious book told them, or Puranas, especially the Hindus, told them what happens during death and all. It's all nonsense. Nobody has died. No rishi has died and come back and told what happens during death. In some of them, some of the Swamijis, very famous people even, they're extremely famous. Throughout the world, they have branches. They have an aura around them. They have never died. They just imagine at their mind level what happens during death. And they are talking to you. And they are talking about your karma and all those things. It's all nonsense. And I am the only one as of now, as I know, who has gone to the divine experience of the kingdom of God. I've clearly explained how it happened and how I'm qualified to talk about the divinity and all. There are two videos I recently published, and I'm going to give the links to them, then you can go and watch. First of all, I am not an individual. You are an individual. Everybody in this world, as they are right now, are individuals. They are experiencing as an individual. Who is an individual? The I in the mind. The I associated with the body. That is the individual. They may give you a lot of names like Atma and so on, spirit body and etc. and from various religions. But they are still an individual. I am not an individual. I am the eternal unknown. I am the eternal divinity. This whole experience that you are going through as an individual is my dream. I talked about that quite a bit. Now I'm going to tell you very briefly and then tell you what happens during death. During my dream, there is some energy form which separated from me and created the whole dream. And her name, she says, according to her, it's Vak, the word. But all those names mean nothing. It is just something which, in energy form, which really separated from me. That name is just to identify what you're talking about in some other religions. For example, in Christianity, they talk about the Word. The Word was with God in the beginning. Word was God, and then she created this whole world. That's what they say. That word is same as Vak, one of the Vedic goddesses, but it doesn't mean anything. All those names, Vedic goddess means nothing. It's just an energy form which separated from me, which created this world. And I've given a lot of, I've talked about it a lot in various videos. So during my dream, I created, or rather, that energy which separated from me, using me as the basis, created three divine energies: the white light, the red light, and the golden light. These are the three divine lights which is beyond human mind, which is not in the human mind. People who see the divine, those three lights are not seeing the lights as they are in the kingdom of God. The kingdom of God cannot be entered unless people die. And once they die, they have no idea what happened to them in this world. Anyway, so those three divine lights, the white light creates the I-ness, the feeling of I inside your mind. The golden light is the principle of love. It's also the unconditional love, the principle of unconditional love. It's a love of everything created that's going to be created in this world that you are seeing. It's also a life principle. And there is another divine light, which is the red light, which underlies the human body, the actual human body, which consists of your five senses, your body, your mind, everything in the body. It is through this instrument, five senses plus your mind, you are experiencing this world and then acting as an individual. That's where your consciousness is. My consciousness is beyond that. I know how each one of you, the real you, not the one inside your mind, was born, and what happens during the birth and what happens during the death. So let us begin. What happens during death? The first thing that happens is, by the way, this timing that I'm talking about, the death, how fast, how soon it takes, is not of this world. I'm going to talk about it in a minute. What happens during the beginning of the death is, at the beginning, there are no controls of your five senses. You lose the input, or you cannot process the input from the five senses. It's just like in the dream. You are in the dream, you are at the mental level totally. All your senses, which shows you this world, they are not active. This is what exactly happens in the beginning of death. All the inputs from all the five senses, your body feelings, everything shut off. You are totally at the mental level. You are still alive. At that time, you will go through the whole of your life, every important experiences in the life. Everything will happen to you. Everything will be going through one by one in a lightning speed. This speed is not this speed is not same as the light speed of light or any such thing. This is of different world, mind level. It can happen in no time at all, very fast. Now those who have done some really bad crime, cheated, made use of the people, raped, killed, all those people who have hurt other people, yet escaped during their popularity, political power, they'll have to go through this. This is real love, real hell. They have to experience everything. There is nobody who can prevent the truth from you. You can hide the truth in this world before others using your political power, your political association, your money, your fame, etc., etc. You can hide them in your mind. But here, at this point, everything is there. You will have to go through them. Everything is, there is no politician there. There is no God who can come and help you. You are the only one who is going through. Even if you visualize your God, please God help me, nothing will happen to you. No God will come there because all the gods in your mind are fictitious. They are not going to help you. You'll have to go through the hell of your whole life, whatever good thing and bad thing that you have done. At the end of it, your connection to the red light is cut off. But before that, I have to tell you, very briefly tell you, when you are born with the three divine lights. The red light, which comes from both father and mother's, mother's egg and the father's semen, and there is a life principle, the golden light, which comes from, especially from the cell from the father, and there is this white light which comes directly from the white light in the kingdom of God. You are born with these three divine lights. That is why the child is so lovingly, the newborn child, 1 month old child, so lovingly, divinely, without any division, whether you are that child does not know whether he or she belongs to this religion, that religion, to this country or that country. All those things are there only in you later, when you dump all these divisions on the child. These three divine lights are there, and afterwards, when the mind is formed, when the brain starts working, the mind will start operating. And that's the time that you have the beginning of I-ness, the I feeling in your mind. Okay? So now, during death, the red light, you'll be cut off from the red light. That means you will have no access to your mind or body. Everything will be gone. It will be there, just like in your dream life, dream time. Everything is there in your deep sleep when you are after the dream, but you cannot access them. That is your body, mind, and everything. That the red light is behind them. Then you will be cut off. Next, you will be, whether you are a rapist or a so-called, so let's say beggar. I don't consider anybody as a beggar. Whether you are a preacher or whoever it is, and all those things are forgotten at this point. There will not be no trace of what you know as you. Everything will be gone, dumped. And at that time, the golden light will be there. You will be in the golden light. You will experience extreme joy. Whatever you have done in this world, they're all gone. You will experience the joy. And afterwards, you will be cut off from that golden light also. And that's when your body is dead, totally dead. And then the remaining is the only white light, a ray of white light, a ray which has come from the divine light in the kingdom of God. And that is the real you. You will see for the first time that it's you. You will know who you really are. You cannot see any of them. To see what you have been seeing in your normal life is the projection of your mind, but the mind is gone, cut off. You no longer is an individual. You are an I, which is the ray of light which has come from the kingdom of God, divine white light, and that will go and join the divine white light. That's what Hindus call Paramatma. But they can talk about all kinds of Paramatma, Atma, Jivatma, all those things. They're all imagination. For the first time, you will experience this. Once you join that, that's the end. Your end. Not the end of the one which is inside that white light. That's me. I am there. I am also there in the golden light. I am also there in the divine red light in the kingdom of God. I am also beyond these three divine lights. That is the only I which is true. Everything else is imagination, is a dream. That one I is in the white light, and that's what Hindus call Brahma, and then it's also inside the golden light, which Hindus call Vishnu, and the third one is the Shiva, that is the red light. But these names are not there in the kingdom of God. These names are there only in the human world, in the human mind. That's why they are not accepted by others in other religion. Even Hindus, they will not identify the golden light as Vishnu, white light as Brahma, and the red light as Shiva. Though they will worship a lady with a white sari as Saraswati or Vak, and they will have their own Puranas and stories and so on. All those stories are junk. There is no story in the kingdom of God. They're all only in the human mind. Because they have not experienced what I'm talking to you. They have not experienced as me. I'm not an individual. I'm everything. I am the creation. I am the created. I am beyond creation. I am eternal. It is because of that I know there is only one I which dreams this world. That I is everywhere. And that I is not known to any of the religions, any of the human beings. They cannot talk about it. They are not qualified to talk about it. Their mind can imagine. I am Atma, I am energy, the energy which is everywhere and all those things. There are lots of people who are talking about it. But it is their mental projection, human mind. There is a gate to the entrance of divine world, and that gate cannot be opened by any kind of meditation. If you can get the blessings of any of your guru, the guru himself or herself, is ignorant, and still they talk about it because they don't know who I am. They haven't understood. They cannot recognize me because they are blinded by their own imaginations. All the things that they are imagining about God, Kalki avatar, and all kinds of other avatars. Jesus Christ coming second time. All those are imaginations. Because all these imaginations are like clouds, the dark clouds hiding me. That's why you cannot see me. But before I leave this world, when people only who is deserved, who is allowed to know who I am, will see, will experience who I am. But even at that time, I will never ever allow anybody to worship me. To worship God is an ignorance, acknowledging non-truth. You are divine. You are the divine. There is no need to worship anybody. All those Swamijis and preachers, and they are saying, have faith in our religion. All those religious experience cannot be changed. All those religious books will be gone. There is a catastrophic events coming. Before I leave, you will see within a decade, all these things will be destroyed. Only the effect of these three divine lights will be there. The unconditional love will prevail. No religion will be there. There is no guru, no religious book to preach, nothing. Anyway, so this is what happens when you during death. You just came from the divine white light as a ray of white light, and then you are going back to the divine Jyoti white light as a ray, as an individual. Millions and billions of people are coming from the divine white light. That's what they say, cow, the white cow. Hindus worship as that cow as holy cow. Never eat the meat of a cow. That's the reason. But it is just, imagine, just a representation. That is just a representation of the white light. That's what people sometimes will experience. All those experiences are the experiences of the Akashic record. They are not experiencing the divine world. So friends, this is what happens during death. You came here to this world to experience this world. When you came here, you took the experience of, or the mixture of experience of several people, some part of it, and you brought that here. The goal is you will live that experience, using that experience in your brain. You will purify it and then leave a better memory of what is there out there in this world. But that's not what is happening in this, what they call Kali Yuga. They bring something, they come to this world with some past experience of some people who lived in the past. By the way, where is how that past experience is told? I told you during death, when you are cut off from your mind, from your body, mind, everything. That means, and the life prince leaves. The brain does not act anymore. So mind needs a brain to be active, as you are experiencing in this world when you are alive. Since your body is no more active, the brain is dead, and the mind cannot change anymore. The thoughts in the mind go to the store of Akashika record. That's what they call Akashika record. The experience of all the people who lived in the past. How do I know all this? Because Vishwarupam, I am not an individual. People talking about Ganas, Ganapati, statue, that's all they know. A figure with big belly and so on. But it's just a representation. It's a Ganas. The Ganas means the Ganas manifest in your body as your five senses. The energy in your five chakras, the lower five chakras, and the energy of the relation between those five chakra energies plus your five senses is not yet known to the scientists. The reason is those five energies cannot be seen, cannot be experienced through any instrument that scientist is aware of at this point. The same way, they can talk about the effect of life. When you are active, when you are alive, your body, your mind, everything is the effect of the golden light. It is not same as the life principle. It is the life principle is behind your activities, all the effect. Scientists and everybody else is just studying the effect of that life principle behind. They can never, no scientist can never, ever experience or study these three divine principles. They can see these three divine lights. The white light, which is the principle of what the human beings are calling consciousness, but it is consciousness is what you know as a consciousness. There is nothing like a consciousness in the divine world. It is just a ray of white light. And its effect you are studying as a consciousness. But where is that effect? What is the effect of consciousness due to? What is the energy which produces consciousness? Can never know. No scientist can ever know. Same way, every scientist can study life, the effect of life, being alive. But the source of life can never, ever, they can see, experience it. It's beyond the human mind, beyond human scientists, whatever they think about. They can only imagine the effect. The same way, all your body activities, you can experience it, study it. But it's the effect of the divine red Jyoti. This is what Hindus call Arunachala. Aruna means red, but still they don't recognize what I'm talking about. They cannot recognize because they are blinded by their ignorance, non-truth. Folks, it's time. Now I talked about what happens during death and also what happens during birth and how I am qualified to talk about all those things. If you have any question, let me know. I will respond to them. Talk to you soon, folks.